Uh-oh.
You know this guy very well.
But I might know him better than any other man in professional wrestling, for better or worse, yes. I'll let the announcer cue him, and then I'll give you a little bit on this guy.
Please.
Introducing first, he is the white-collar, billion-dollar caller, Brucey Brawler, the one and only Snowflake of Snowflake Mountain on Netflix, and he is the verified champion of the world.
My gosh, that's long. Boy, if that intro doesn't tell you all you need to know in a nutshell about this kid's ego. So Randy and me broke in, became tag partners, split very quickly, and that was because of the friction and the size of this man's ego right here. He's been on reality TV.
Hold on. Are you saying that Randy has an ego?
Well, I'm telling you, Randy Wentworth here, man, one of the most talented yet egotistical wrestlers out there today, man. And he is, I believe, coming up here, got some major news down the pike. But he's wrestled, and he's a reality TV star, man, and a YouTube sensation. One half of Wentworth Bros, hundreds of thousands of subscribers. Millions of people have seen Randy on YouTube and on social media. And on Netflix, he's on Snowflake Mountain, man, which was number 4 in the world at one point. So he's famous, and he knows it, unfortunately.
However, tonight, he's got the supernatural Daemon Morningstar tonight. Another former local pro champ.
Uh-oh.
Last show, and I mean, I don't want to rub it in, but I did win that match.
No, you cheated.
Square in the middle of this ring. So why are we gonna wrestle again? I proved I'm better, but don't worry. Do yourself a favor, just like all these people. I want you to look me up, social media, follow me, Randy Wentworth. That's RANDY space WENTWORTH. Follow me on all social media, and you too can learn how to hashtag win with Wentworth. Just like David Morningstar can learn how to win for once in his life. But we're not going to wrestle tonight because I already showed him I am so much better and I will always be better.
Oh, good Lord.
Well, that mouth got Randy in some trouble off the start, didn't it?
Well, I think that was a receipt for the last match where he clocked Morningstar with the belt to secure the win.
I'm going to be honest with you, all right? I think Randy's best and worst trait is probably his mic work. Randy is a lightning bolt when he's got a hot stick in his hand. When he's talking on that mic, people pay attention. And the numbers show, you know. I even bring myself a little bit once in a while to muster doing a podcast with him to do the shorts game and reels game itself and do the podcast game with him, just because despite how much I dislike him after all these years, I know he knows professional wrestling.
He does know professional wrestling.
Underneath all of that pomp, all of that arrogance, he knows professional wrestling. He knows psychology. He's smart, man.
Well, his talents branch out into so many different areas, between Snowflake Mountain on Netflix, between the very successful Wentworth Brothers podcast. Oh, come on. And he's doing the snowman.
Rubbing salt in the wound here, Wentworth.
I think
refusing to jump out of the ring. Well, he's got a philosophy. They're going to have to put a couple zeros extra behind for him to jump out of that ring. That's what he told me at one point. I just looked at him. I knew this wasn't a man of the people, you know? So it doesn't surprise me that what he just pulled, to be honest with you.
Well, look at Morningstar showing a little bit of sportsmanship, helping him up for the kip-up.
Well, he did do a kip-up.
Well,
but I don't think Morningstar's excited about that.
Well, the crowd isn't impressed either. Oh, vicious kick to the gut.
Oh, my gosh.
I think Morningstar's had enough of Wentworth.
Yeah, perhaps. I think the pressure's on now. Randy's going to have to figure out a way to get back on top. And what I will say, what I have seen from Daemon over here is that the man has probably one of the best spin kicks I've ever seen in my life.
True that.
It is nasty. And it looks like he's setting up for it right here. So Randy might be in trouble. We might be looking at a flash KO coming up here. Oh. And he avoids it.
Well, that would have been the end of this match.
Yep. Smart. Like I said, Randy knows his psychology. Any man that feels the pressure on needs to capitalize and take a break outside of the ring when the time comes, especially if you're not really trying to root for the people.
Well, Morningstar has decided he's not going to wait for him to get back in the ring. He's going to go after him. Randy very wisely gets back into the ring, cuts it off.
There you go. A couple of them clubs there to the back. Randy trained at the prestigious Team 3D Academy, trained by two incredible luchadors that have wrestled in multiple promotions throughout the world, as well as Devon Dudley and Billy Gunn. We come from the same cloth. So that's how far back I know Randy Wentworth. And I can tell you, this man is technically superb. He is a great mic piece. He is somebody that is well known. He might be one of the most well-known men on the circuit outside of wrestling. It just hasn't translated to wrestling yet, but when it does, it's a lightning bolt waiting to happen, honestly.
And I think he's the only person that you'd call a snowflake and not mean it as an insult.
Oh, look at that. Daemon taking over.
Well, Daemon wants revenge, plain and simple, for the last match where he got clocked with the belt. And, you know, I don't blame him. I don't blame him. I don't know what happened. I wasn't here for that match, but I do remember, he's looking for yeah. Don't do it, man.
He's got his eyes on the belt. He's got his eyes on the strap. That verified title. Now, you have to be verified and a certain qualification to challenge for that title. Those are Randy's rules. And so I think Daemon plans on making that known by plastering it across his skull.
Has he ever defended that title?
That's a great question, in which, other than the Pat Patterson excuse he gives about winning it somewhere in Guatemala or something, I can't really say. But to be fair, I don't know many men that are at his caliber of casual fame right now. People do know who Randy Wentworth is on YouTube, on Instagram. He's a social media sensation in the making right now. So.
Well, I do enjoy the podcast. I'm not going to lie. I think he and his brother have some great chemistry. I haven't been fortunate enough to see one of the episodes that you've been on, but I will look for it.
Well, it's new and up and coming. That's going to take storm as well. But I can tell you, as much as I dislike him, I do know it's in no small part to his contribution as well. The kid is a genius when it comes to being known. Whether you want to like him or not, he will make his presence known.
Well, humility is not his strong point.
Old school slingshot. Boom.
I love it.
Working it. Look at that. Damon's struggling to recover off of that, and that's a little bit unorthodox. You know, most guys are preparing for suicide dives or like, you know, topes or high-flying crossbodies. Randy's doing something really different.
He's doing basic stuff that's very successful. And Morningstar suffering because of it. I mean, the light's gone out of his eyes right now.
Yeah, he just keeps working that head right there with them slingshots. But I think Damon's caught on. See, we learned something almost to a fault to stick to your fundamentals. Wow. Nice Jeff Hardy style whisper in the wind, almost Blitzkrieg style high-flying maneuver right there.
I am surprised.
Corkscrew center.
I'm surprised that Randy's even moving after that.
Yeah, well, I can tell you, as much as he's moving, it's hard to breathe. That esophagus needs a nice massage because he's having a hard time getting air right through that bad boy.
Are you saying we need to choke him?
Need some compression. Well, I think that's your words, you know. I think a little bit of that spite show in there.
Well.
So, Manhattan drop. And a chop to follow up. Fun fact, Randy hates those. I know because I've done it to him more than anybody. Another Manhattan drop and another chop.
I don't think anybody likes them, to be honest with you.
Yeah, well, let me tell you, Randy hates them. And his chest gets real red. So, I'm pretty sure Damon's looking to make an impact. I'm sure he didn't take his last loss very lightly. I mean, and it shows. Because it's so easy in the mental aspect of this game to be like, well, it's a fluke. It'll never happen again. It was by nefarious means. But Damon's not even going that route. He's going, I need to put it away by any and all means necessary. No room for error whatsoever.
Well,
not even for the possible flaws of the ref.
Well, again, he wants revenge. He's ticked off at Randy for the way he won the last match.
Randy reaching up, and I don't think he knows what he's reaching up for. Oh, boy. Eddie-style frog splash, quite beautiful. It had connected, but unfortunately, it did not.
I wouldn't call it showboating, but he took his time up there. He was setting himself. Gave Randy an opportunity to catch his second win.
Well, you know what? You know and I know. You get so tired out there at some points with the pressure to your abdomen and your back, and those blows take the air out of you on top of your conditioning. So climbing the top rope is no easy feat. You know, at times in that match, it takes everything you got.
Well, not just to get up there, but to be willing to come off of there,
Take
too.
a look at this. Randy out with the belt. Oh, the verified title might have just cost Randy the upper hand, because look at that. Daemon's going to recover what he lost.
Ooh. Now, that's, yeah.
Do you think, for just a second, Randy might have been smart enough that entire time to think that through? You think he got the title to see that gambit pay off, to see him come in there and kick that rope? Do you think this was a plan the entire time? Oh! Oh!
That was sick.
Like I said, one of the best spinning kicks in the business right there. Wow.
That was sick.
And Daemon with the win. Wow.
In answer to your question, I think Randy thinks 3 or 4 moves ahead. Unfortunately, Daemon thought 6 or 7 moves ahead this time.
Daemon, your winner here tonight. Looks like he got what he was looking for. And I have to give it to the pressure that he did not let up off of.
Oh,
whoa!
Yeah.
Oh, but you know
Come
what?
on,
He's
ref.
looking to get more than what he was looking for.
Get him off of there. Get him off of there.
He said,
Come
I'm
on.
going to get some extra.